Hello, everyone. This is Keith Jackson, and welcome to Jack's Math Notebook. Here we are with a second video as it relates to consecutive integers, and we have two examples. The first example deals with three consecutive integers, while the second example deals with four consecutive odd integers. All right, we're going to show you how those two play themselves out. But first, let us go with the first example in which we have the sum of three consecutive integers is 213. What are those integers, okay? And when we work this out, first of all, x is going to be the first integer, x plus 1 is going to be the second integer, and x plus 2 will be the third integer. And what we're going to do, we're going to add them all together to make it up to 213. So we have x plus 1 plus x plus 2 is equal to 213. Let us combine our like terms, meaning in this case, we're going to combine our x's. And so we have three of them, 1, 2, 3, which will give us 3x. And then we're going to combine our like terms again in the form of numbers. 1 plus 2 will give us 3. And so now we have 3x plus 3 equals 213. We're going to balance this equation so we can further isolate x and see what x is. And we're going to do that by subtracting 3 from both sides. And when we do that, we will find ourselves with 3x is equal to 210. Now, to further isolate x, we're going to divide by the number that is next to x, and that number is 3. Dividing both sides of this equation by 3, we will get x is equal to 70, because 3 divided by 3 will give us 1x or x, and 210 divided by 3 will give us 70. Now that we found x, now that we have our x value, which is 70, the other two expressions or the other two terms just fall into form because we have right here, again, x is equal to 70, which means that x plus 1 must equal to 71, and x plus 2 must equal to 72. And as proof, when you add these three integers together, they will come up with 213. Well, let's move on to our second big example in which we have the sum of four consecutive odd integers is 376. What are the integers? And we're going to line it up this way, and it works the same way for consecutive even integers as well. So let x be our first number, x plus 2 be our second number, x plus 4 will be our third number, and x plus 6 will be our fourth number, because this question is dealing with four consecutive odd integers. And here's what we're going to do to find that out. We're going to write it out like this. X plus 2 plus x plus 4 plus x plus 6 is equal to 376. Let us combine our like terms in the form of x's, and we have four of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that is 4x. And let us combine our like terms by adding up the numbers. 2 plus 4 plus 6 will give us 12. And now we have 4x plus 12 is equal to 376. Let us balance the equation by subtracting 12 from both sides. And when we do that, we will have 4x is equal to 364. And now what we can do in order to find x and isolate x, find out what x is, we're going to divide by the number that is next to x, which is 4. Dividing both sides of this equation by 4. 4 divided by 4 will just give us 1x or x. 364 divided by 4 will give us 91. So we know that our first integer is 91, which goes to show that if x is equal to 91, then x plus 2 is equal to 93, and x plus 4 is equal to 95, and x plus 6 is equal to 97. And as proof, let us add up all these integers, the four consecutive odd integers in which they are. And when you add them up, they come up to 376. Okay, you have been given quite a bit of information. I wouldn't blame you if you need to pause the video to take a look at these two examples, or replay this video as many times you need to gain a deeper understanding of the concept of consecutive integers. But in the meantime, please comment, share, like, and subscribe to Jack's Math Notebook for more content. Thank you and goodbye.